like the rhythm of the sun. Well, I was wide awake until the dawn upon her face, and the echoes of our song as it hummed along. So stay with me, you are my missing pieces. Oh, you are my missing pieces. You are my missing pieces. So won't you stay with me?
Hi. Oh, my thing's weird. Look at that. Just disheveled. I'm just disheveled this morning.
You look beautiful. Good morning, Martians. I was just thinking we're getting way too casual. I'm like, I got this like bowl of nuts and fruit. I'm like, throw it to the side, rinse my mouth real quick before we go live.
Ever since I did my, I don't know if people out there know this, but I did a liquid fast probably 3 or 4 months ago. For my fiance's work. So
not for your personal health.
No, well, I did it. It was a nice challenge, but one of the things that I craved when I was only eating protein or drinking protein shakes, I just wanted like mixed nuts. So my nut game has been strong ever since. It's just one of the things I craved, and eggs. Loved eggs.
Both wonderful things, but not ideal for lunch.
God, this is what is this? What are we? If you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe and ring that bell so you can see us do this.
I'm so sorry.
This is fun.
But we're excited to see you all.
Nuts. And you can hear about hear Richard cough.
Please be sure. If you want more of this, please be sure to click on the description below, where you can buy a coffee, help support the page and our limited Sunrise concert series with Hua Chenyu. Even consider becoming a Thronely member for our exclusive perks, including our Sunday shorts, which are always a lot of fun. You got lots of Hua Chenyu in there. We cannot begin the first song to pick up where we left off until you set your lighting back on Mars, my friend.
Oh, that's right. I keep forgetting. Hold on, please. Hold, please.
Keep forgetting. This is our second attempt.
Oh, yeah, that's true. How do we get over there? Okay.
All right, we left off
Pink. It's like pink, purple.
with Let You Go, which was a new one for us.
There you go.
And today we are picking up with 7 personalities. Killer.
God. Okay.
Your freeze
All right,
frames.
so
7 personalities is where we're starting.
all right. Are we
All right.
Good? Are we good?
Yeah, so we're fine.
All right.
All right,
Are
hold
we
on.
though?
I'm gonna adjust your lighting just a little bit. Hello, friends. All right, here we go. We're almost at 200 people. Good morning, Barbara,
Hey.
Deb, and Latte, and Melody, and Chris, and Maria. Good morning, everyone. Ooh, let me turn my coffee button on. All right, here we go.
Ooh,
Instantly cool.
wobbly.
Good morning.
去。
Oh, wait. Jandra's letting us know we missed the intro. Did we miss something on this?
Oh.
Well, that's not acceptable.
Hmm.
You don't want to miss anything on it. Oh, it was the time start, maybe, of when the song started, but was he talking leading into it? Hold on. No, that's where we started. What am I missing? There's actually an intro to the song.
Of course, it's more like this.
Oh, okay. I know. The wobbly thing is cool because, you know, obviously he's intentionally taking what you just played and like the wobble is like they're pitching it like it's like almost like a slow vibrato, like purposely sharp, flat, kind of weird. It makes it feel detuned, unstable. Yeah. Oh, was it? It was detuned, not actually
detuned. So yeah.
Was it
I think so.
Changing pitch as it went? I thought it changed, but
so in the studio we have plugins where there's a lot of sounds. It could be piano sounds or any type of synth sound where it's purposely just detuned and it's wobbly. So it's kind of in, but it's kind of not. So it just gives that little unsettled feeling. You feel like you're.
The fact that you were able to replicate what it should have been implies it was close. It was just close enough to know where it is, and then
Yeah.
All right, so I think I found the intro. Hold on a second. Okay. All right, so we're coming out of Let You Go. All right, thank you guys. That's right, he descended down. That's where we left off. And then you made me wait for the blueberry pie or whatever we were talking about last week.
I forgot about that. That was a great analogy.
No, Marsberry pie. I'm finally back for more.
But aren't you so happy now? Current day you?
Current day me could have just rewatched what I watched last week, so no.
You learned nothing.
Never will.
All right, so we got a little Pink Floydy.
Yeah.
Transitioning guitar right here. Even that progression's very Pink Floydy, but definitely the guitar. Got the David Gilmour vibe.
Oh, we missed a whole bunch.
Yeah, we did. This is really cool.
Latte bumbleberry pie. Get the throat singing in there. I feel like the Who is about to jump out.
The Who?
Not the British band, the Mongolian band.
Oh, right. I was gonna say.
HU.
Okay, that makes more sense, yeah. That stage stuff is just
Wild.
ridiculous.
We almost skipped over an entire song.
Wow, yeah, we skipped
this
over a
transition
lot.
is amazing. That was awesome. Thank you for telling us to go back.
Disjointed, unsettled.
Yep.
And then Queen comes from nowhere.
We just watched it and I forgot that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Hey, Peggy.
Peggy Sue.
Just his stance. Oh, that's cool.
Badass.
What a dichotomy of soundscapes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. God, he's so good. I've seen a lot of requests for the English subtitles. I'm putting them on for you guys to enjoy. I mean, I'll glance at them, but just a heads up. I don't know if we talked about this last week on this show, but we just recently had this discussion, as we do often. Lyrics are hard to absorb. Even though, I mean, we have heard the song before, so it might be good to take that in, but with a live band and that vocal delivery and the visuals, my brain cannot possibly absorb
There's so much.
the meaning and the layers of the lyrics at the same time. That's why you need multiple tastings of our Marsberry pie as often as possible.
So glad that stuck.
So yeah, I've got them on. I'm sure something will jump out. But that way you guys can enjoy that if you're not familiar with the lyrics. But I'm just saying that in advance because we may not comment too much on the lyrics because there's so much. Oh my God, his vocal delivery in this. What was that? That lift?
That part?
Not just that. When he originally ascended, going through, like he went right through his passaggio. My piano's off.
Yeah, which note did he hit?
Well, at the end, yeah.
Has to be. Yeah.
I know, eventually. So that had like the power, little edgy grittiness to it. But there was a lift that he had, I think it covered an octave span a little bit earlier. I can't remember if he does it again, but there is, or I'll just find it. Worst case scenario, we listen again. And maybe now we'll absorb some lyrics along the way. There's this buildup that he has that he's maintaining a tonal control with increased air pressure, as so the folds are thickening or maintaining a certain mass. It gives it a certain texture or timbre, like your speaking voice.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's increasing the air pressure, maintaining the mass of the folds, allowing this like thick, powerful. All right, meat and potatoes. I'm just going to use it. I'm going to borrow from Josh.
You know,
I can't believe I'm using that term, but there's
they mock at first, but they always come around later.
But there's just this warm, exciting tone that just is prevalent without switching into head voice. I want to listen again because I thought it was such a great example of what we as baritone, tenor singers are always strive for.
Yeah.
Here we go. Okay, not there. But wow. Oh my god. Alright, I didn't go back far enough. I'll hear it again and I'll point it out as we go. By the way, my bad. I'm loving having the lyrics there.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm going to take back everything I just said.
Perhaps it's good to have them there just for the first listen through, but it is safe to say, and it is fair to say, that we can't absorb the full meaning with one pass. But it is nice to have them there. It does because sometimes they're hard to understand in the context.
Exactly. So the truth of my statement exists, except I lied in what I want.
We're just open to amendments on this show, you know.
We're complex.
We're very complex. Oh, for sure.
All right, here we go.
We can keep going. I want to talk about the music part of this too, but let's keep going.
Yeah. Let's... I love this. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
That is not easy.
Pretty sharp, yep.
Played it like a flute.
Oh, yeah, that
was cool. You like really mimicked the tone there. And his stillness and casual stage presence is so powerful.
That's cool. That's cool.
Again.
Wow.
At the edge. Woo!
Man, that was a journey. So I don't even know where to begin.
Yeah, it is. Okay.
Musically. Okay.
I think we should break it
start
all
off from this sort
down.
of wobbly. Yeah, isn't it? It's. I like have an idea, then like 4 minutes passes. I'm like,
So
okay,
much
let's see
between
if I
now
can
and then.
remember all that.
All right, go ahead.
So we got that wobbly beginning, you know.
Yes.
Which happens once, and then it breaks into this like epic Queen-esque,
Yeah.
you know, guitar intro.
Mhm.
And then, you know, when it settles down, this thing there,
Yeah.
which is a really interesting feel because it's in 4/4. Wait, how does it go? Can I hear it one more time? Because it's not 6/8. It's got like a triplet feel, but it's 4/4 still. I can't remember how it goes though, because it happened a long time ago, and many things have happened since then.
I mean, we can go back.
Yeah, just for 1 second. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because
It's kind of a
it's an
tool.
interesting feel because it
type
could
move.
almost be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it's not like 6/8. It
Yes.
And might be 12/8. Yeah, that's possible. So yeah, no, I like that, like you're saying, like that sort of juxtaposition, that dichotomy of different things, because you got this sort of almost like medieval, kind of like something like Led Zeppelin would have done.
Sure.
Like Lord of the Rings-ish. And then you got like
good reference.
These like just like
And then these
demon-esque,
Mongolian.
you know.
Oh
like,
yeah, those, and then and the throat singing on top of it. Like,
yeah,
so
to
that was
have
a false
those
folk
together.
thing, yeah.
Yeah, but I love that riff too, because it's not defined as minor or major, but he, with his melody, defines it as minor and major at times. So there's, he goes into like a da 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 da, or whatever that melody was, where he hits that minor, so the D note, which makes it minor. But then when it goes to the chorus, kind of, that's out of tune, but it kind of has that major thing. So really, just awesome little choices, and then it goes into that middle section, which I love, which is very Radiohead, I think.
Yes.
And he's a, you know.
And then yes, oh, that journey's great.
It's like that's Autumn Leaves is a jazz tune, so it kind of is influenced by that a little bit, but he's got definitely more of that Radiohead vibiness going on.
For sure. This part puzzle I have lost a piece. With such glaring blankness. Just the way he's singing this. Endlessly brewing. This build up. I have completely lost myself. This is why I wanted to have the lyrics. So we can understand.
You said that from the beginning you wanted the lyrics. Yeah. You've always maintained.
Yes. So I'm just defending my choice because it makes everything that much more powerful. And I'm right here. I have to hit play. Hold on.
And then this Metallica outro.
Oh my goodness. So cool. All right.
Yeah.
Before we go on to the next song, I saw some coffees coming in. You guys are amazing.
Yes,
Johnny, if
indeed. Okay, so we got Jillian bought us 3 coffees. Thank you so much. Someone, we don't know who you are, but bought us a coffee.
Thank you, Jillian.
Maria,
thank you, someone.
This trip is starting awesome. She bought us 3 coffees. Nobody buys us coffees like Maria. Chris bought us coffee, meat, potatoes, and life on Mars. Thanks, guys. Yes, we got it all here. John Eho, IHO, bought us 3 coffees. Hi, Martians. Great show. Thank you. Thank you, John.
Thank you very much. Welcome back, everybody, as well. We appreciate you. And also the likes and the comments after the live stream. Just a quick reminder, hit that like if you haven't already. There's the like button right there. And that helps this reaction get seen by more YouTube's algorithms, blah, blah, blah. More people see it. More people get to enjoy this with us. So
that last song was awesome. I really enjoyed that one.
Yes, it was super cool. All right, so I don't know if there's a transition to this. Let me just back it up just a tiny bit. Make sure I don't. Oh yeah, I think he might be.
And then
he's speaking. All right.
Marilyn just bought us 5 coffees. Might as well just.
Hey, Marilyn, thank you.
For more Marsberry pies in the future.
All right. Is this right? Am I in the right spot? Okay.
Nobody buys a coffee like Maria.
I like that jingle.
Maria.
冷吗？有穿厚衣服吗？
I once had a girl.
太
Okay.
好了。什么？问我穿秋裤没有？我当然
Is
穿
it
了。
is it stuttering?
对呀，我刚
A little
You
bit?
are. Oh yeah, it is a tiny bit.
有月亮哎，
We both
月
stutter?
牙，是不是很漂亮？
Okay.
All right, is it back? I think it's rolling again.
I think so.
啊，
Okay.
哇，开的这么厉害。好啊，那让我们在这样的一个月光当中，来，让我们彼此相互温暖，相互治愈。接下来这2首歌。好想我回来啊！
Speak so warmly and calmly.
I know. Imagine being that calm in front of that many people. It's hard enough. It's just us.
Yeah, and really want myself back. That's the title track.
我想说，却在开口的时候变沉默。这世界有神秘又失落，我该要怎么做？新的未来才会兑现承诺，不在角落会让人更焦灼。太多爱的名义奔赴在我的领地，那些只言片语戳中我的心。
太多童话梦境出现在我的回忆，就像唯一稻草勒住我的心。曾经我悲欢孤单，遗憾不堪，感叹疲倦，辗转难安，看淡释然，放慢长谈，期盼远看了断，勇敢一半明白，一半混乱，一半简单，一半很难，宣告宣告与你无关。
Nice.
That was cool. All right, let me pause here. One of the things that we've missed out so far on reacting to a lot of content from Hua is sequence of songs. I mean, we'll hear that in the studio album, right? That has its collective whole, but live are like this from this reality TV show and this from this and this from a concert. So there's an art to song selection and transitioning from one song to another and creating a mood and pacing, all of those things. One of the things that I think we said last week was his boldness. His opening song starts out with something normally you might reserve more towards the end because it's so dynamic with textures and everything else. But after 7 Personalities, this is the perfect song to just kind of, it's a little bit of a reset, you know, and, you know, telling a different story. I wasn't connecting if there's any lyrical purpose of going from one to the other. Maybe I missed something there, but the mood is really nice.
Yeah, sometimes it's just nice to have a little simplicity too, because he can get quite complex in the best possible way. But this is just the same. It just repeats. And I love that lyrically. I was definitely picking up some things. I didn't get the whole concept of it, but
it's heavy.
Like once I was, you know, it's like and just describing all these slew of emotions, and it starts out with more quote unquote negative emotions, and then it kind of, you know, adds some of the positive ones and everything in between, which is, you know, it's the human experience. So maybe somebody could shed some light onto what the general concept of the song is about, but nothing had to do with you. So I just want to get some more info on that.
Yeah, I didn't know who is you in that, if you had that as well. So I was glancing down too. But there's a sense of predictability in the chord structure here. So far, I mean, we've been wrong before as far as where the tail end of the song might go. But the feelings, throughout the core of this song, coming after that, I think it's just like I don't know. It's like there's this waterfall, there's this rush, white rapids, and then there's just this calm lake that you're in. And I think that's so important as an artist when you're controlling the aspect of what's happening in the crowd. And I don't know if he modifies that at all. I know, like you, Johnny, like when you're gigging, sometimes you have to like switch up the song choices based on the mood of what's there, whether it's a wedding gig or a bar gig or a festival.
Oh yeah, we never have a sound check because we always like to feel out what the crowd's doing, and and I personally,
set list,
yeah. I mean, I like to change it up. I think it's nice to have those contrasts there. I think is really nice because they can just get a little, even if you can have the greatest 5 songs in the world, but if they're all like in your face, you kind of get numb to it a little bit. So you need that relativity to really help
exactly
the big songs stand out. And these songs are so important, and this one's probably a little bit more lyrically. It's got a little bit more oomph to it. So it's more of a message song. So
right. And saying that it's
important.
part of a healing trilogy, which is really cool for healing from depression. So yeah, this is great, really well selected. But my point is, I wouldn't be surprised if he does swap a song or two. Artists are known to do that. They have a set list, and then sometimes they'll be like, let's keep going here, or let's bring this one in. Sometimes that changes here and there, but
I've even done that mid-song where it's just like it's clear that nobody's feeling it. I'm just like, okay,
and bail.
First chorus, let's go to something else. Yeah,
but I have a feeling this is it's pretty locked in as far as this type of concert goes. All right, let's keep going.
This is more about struggling from the healing process. Okay.
Okay, thank you for that. I always struggle with that. The Martian Heart. I love what the drummer's doing here.
It's related to you.
Just allowing his emotions to take over there. That was great.
Yeah. So the you he's referring to, have we decided?
Is it himself?
Yeah.
Kind of thing?
Or
That
is
seemed...
Is it a person? Is it like sort of life in general type of thing? Experience?
His connection right now, when you have tens of thousands of people saying we love you, and he's still feeling the depression of the song.
Right.
That if that's not a symbol of reality, I don't know what is, because that's the thing. You can be surrounded by loved ones and still feel in your darkest moments, and he's allowing to show that in his face and his obviously his voice in that last line and his just body movement. He's still it's still resonating within him despite literally being surrounded by a sea of love. Right. And that's what depression is in a lot of times. It's just despite what's around you, you're trapped in these thoughts and these feelings.
So correct me if I'm wrong. I kind of got a little bit of a hopeful thing at the end, where he's naming all and again, it's not just he's not just naming like negative feelings. It's like the whole spectrum of emotion of just being a human being. It is the gloominess. It's the feeling awkwardness, sadness, whatever,
Yep.
and then also feeling hopefulness, feeling, um, you know, positive, feeling confident, whatever, and then everything in between. And which it can be a lot, it can be overwhelming as a human. And then at the end, he's like, "But I look forward to it. Like I embrace the journey," type of thing. That was my interpretation of it. I could be wrong, but that's kind of reminds me of one of my favorite movies of all time, Arrival. You've seen Arrival.
I have. It didn't stick with me in a top rating for whatever reason. I remember enjoying it, but I didn't. Maybe I just haven't gone back.
I love that movie. Yeah. So that basically, she can see the future, and she knows that her future is pretty gloomy. But even knowing that, she decides to, I don't want to give it away for people, but knowing that, she decides to to embrace it. She's like, I know it, and I choose to go full, head on into the complexities and the beauty and the sadness and everything in between.
So J.W. Lucas, you are absolutely correct. The next song in the trilogy is about hope, not the song he's singing next here, but in the trilogy that's there. So he's supporting.
So he's like setting it up. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, let me think on that for a second.
Yeah.
Still thinking. Okay.
Okay, you're good.
Thought it through.
All right, let's keep going here. He's going to say something.
It's a nice sentiment for let's heal each other together. Yeah.
And puts the mic down.
That's stuff to look forward. Okay.
And then it rolls into the next song.
Yeah.
Interesting. That was cool.
Yeah. I love how healing is so prioritized with a lot of these artists that we react to from the East. Not that it doesn't happen over in the West as well, but it seems like it's just so much more prevalent. It's not the whole thing, but it's definitely like a big piece of it, and I just think that's so great. It's just, I mean, what's more important than that? It's like just healing yourself and being, the fullest, most healthy expression.
You're feeling that
you are.
Being on Mars in this case, you're feeling that anyway, but to address it, to acknowledge it, it's just kind of. It's an exclamation to something they're already experiencing, which is really cool that he acknowledges that.
Yeah. And in the West, I mean, obviously mental health things, it's starting to be more looked at and paid attention to, and it's out in the forefront.
There's always exceptions, but I agree. From our exposure, from our YouTube experiences, it is definitely, a little lacking here. We'll just say that. Yeah,
but I love how much importance that it has with these artists. I think it's great, and how infused it is in their music itself, not just the live show.
Right. All right, before we hit play, I believe I saw a coffee come in. Just want to say a quick shout out.
You did. Let's see. So we got Marilyn, just like our Marilyn Monroe. Barbara.
Barbara. Our diamond member, Barbara, I believe.
Yes, that's right. 5 coffees. And then Vajandra bought
another diamond member.
Yes. And she says, I love this Sunrise concert series. So much fun. Fun fact, Hua Chenyu never raised the ticket prices since his first Mars concert in 2014. It is still about $45 to $170 per ticket, depending on the zone you are in. Even for the special concert, the ticket prices were the same.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
Just like the United States in Ticketmaster.
Exactly, that's another commonality that we both share, right?
They prioritize what's best for the audience and to benefit the artist.
Yeah, no money grabs here. No money grabs here.
It's so bad here. That's amazing.
Mhm.
All right, here we go. I really want to love this world.
靠着沙发，睡眼昏花，凌乱头发，却渴望像电影主角一样潇洒。屋檐脚下排着乌鸦，密密麻麻，被压抑的情绪不知如何表达。
Phonetic flow is cool there. Yeah. You know,
我在这里，
even
在那里，仿佛失魂的虫鸣，却明白此刻应该做些努力。无论我在这里，在那里，不能弥补的过去，每当想起，想过离开，以这种方式存在，是因为那些旁白，那些自带，那些伤害，不想离开。当你说
We've heard this song before, right?
忽然我开始莫名
I don't remember. If we did, it was in a mix of other songs, maybe.
Yeah. Sounds familiar.
I love the crescendos there.
脚丫把是推下，才算赢家。我无声的反抗，何时能战胜它？无论我在这里，
We did hear it before. All right, thank you.
Okay.
仿佛失魂的虫鸣，却明白此刻应该做些努力。无论我在这里，在哪里，不能弥补的过去，每当想起，想过离开，以这种方式存在，是因为那些旁白，那些自带，那些伤害。
Yeah, I remember that line right there.
也许尝试过被爱，会再次让我回来，伤疤就丢给回忆吧。
I remember that line. The scar. Again, this is why we need the lyrics here. So this part right here.
As you've maintained from the very start,
I'm
how
just- I'm
important the
telling you.
subtitles are.
At some point, I will convince you, Johnny, how important they are to these videos.
Yes, I'm a little slow. Sorry.
Right here, starting forward to the future.
伤疤
Scars.
就丢给
Just leave them to the memories. Great line.
Mhm.
And this is, and I'm sure it loses a little bit of the poetic translation, right? Because when you're going from any language to
Right.
a language,
Yeah.
you have to take a poetic license to try to maintain the same.
But when you see it in context, it's like you can see how you can see how they make sense. But yeah,
For sure.
it is not exactly, I'm sure, the intention. But
Yes. So it's the
Ah.
trilogy video that we watched, Heather. Thank you for that reminder.
so interesting thing about this song. So this is the third part, right? So the last song, it's actually the same chord progression, just moved up a full step.
Ah,
So whereas
interesting.
The
Okay.
last one, was like, oh wait, is it? Shoot, I forget what the last one was. Yeah, I think it is. Okay, yeah. So, I'm sure that was intentional too.
Of course. Well, by going up, it does give a feeling of
More
just
hopefulness.
the
yeah.
relativity.
It's just-
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the nature of going up a key. Things tend to sound brighter. So, for example, when we're in the studio and we're trying to find a key for a singer, like you'd be amazed how much just a half step can make such a difference, just in terms of what's comfortable for the singer, but also the mood that it conveys. Even picking a key for instrumentally for a song can kind of like the higher you go, it just sounds a little bit more hopeful.
Right.
And we like to be down
Or
here.
circusy in that case.
Or down here. Or down here. Yeah.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that connection. Were you say something else? Sorry.
No.
Okay. Well, then I'm going to thank Rosa for the super chat. We greatly appreciate that.
Thanks,
Thank you for
Rosa.
the support. As always, love your
Is it
presence.
Rosa
here.
or Rosa? Rosa.
Rosa. Can you put
Rosa.
Rosa
Rosa Ruiz.
in a song?
Uh,
Ro-
Rosanna. Rosanna.
I'm not sure about that one.
Rosanna. Rosanna.
I'm good. I'm going to return to Hua Hua here.
I think there's a better one. There's got to be a better one.
I feel like there's one missing. Oh, I love it when he allows himself to be that connected.
Mm-hmm. Very cool.
And there's such a risk. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking about this part. Let me back it up. There's such a risk there because when you allow your emotions, your limbic system, the deeper part of your brain, to kind of influence how your body's nervous system, your larynx slips up, you get choked off, your breathing gets tense, like everything gets weird, and you lose control. So you have to be willing to be off key. You have to be willing for your vibrato to be weird. You have to be willing to run out of breath. So that vulnerability is what, in part, what makes him so great. Not just as a performing artist. I'm going to say, because the artist of like writing something versus performing can be, not in sync. Because we've seen that in a lot of performers. It's like, well, it's a great song, but I don't believe him, or what the circumstance is. And here, his willingness, again, that's what makes you feel. That's why he has so many people there. And in his Bird's Nest events, the Mars concerts, that's why there's such an attraction, because we all have those feelings and those moments and vulnerability. So when someone expresses it, you just feel...
It's a permission slip for us, yeah.
Yeah.
I think most people have just a little bit of a protection, and, they don't want to be that vulnerable. And when somebody of that stature is allowing himself to be, or herself,
it allows you to go there too.
You're like, oh, okay, all right, I'll do it too. And it always feels great.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. All right, let me not talk through that section. Hold on a second.
Yeah.
曾想过离开，却又坚持到现在，熬过了那些关怀，那些子弹，那些伤害，不想离开。当你的笑容展开，这世界突然填满色彩。
Brings it back around to the first. I like that. I like the full circle.
夕阳西下，接通电话。是你啊。
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, I love how patient that whole segment was. There's two kind of like more laid back songs, but just taking his time with it.
And I want to point something out too. In this lift here, let's see if I can find it. Cursor's so small in this one. All right, so when he goes up here, you're going to hear him a little bit flat. He's a little under the note, and then he drives it up. And I'm going to explain why. Under, in it. So the reason, so we know.
See,
help me out, so I'd find it eventually. So on this note, for example, so we've heard him do this note many times in many songs. So it's not oh no, he can't get the pitch. It wasn't that thing. It was the reason why he was a little under that note. He wasn't fully under. He was, I don't know, 25 cents out of 100. It's called, there's a measurement of 100 cents in between this note, this note, this note, this note, that we call half steps. So he was under this pitch. You could hear him under, which built suspense. So artistically, we could argue, oh, that was better, because then he lifted, like you said, he brought in a little vibrato and hit it there. But the reason he was under wasn't because he can't get that note. It was because of the moment just before we were just talking about. When your emotional system is firing, your limbic system, the tension, all of these muscles get the signal from the brain that something's wrong. The alarm system is going off, and there's tension. It's so difficult to melt that tension in the context of music and melody, and especially with that much air pressure. And then just the general human anxiety that generally takes place with in front of, 100,000 people. So that's a moment that reflects an honest, that's that risk I was talking about, that he allows him there, but then he satisfies it. He finally bringing the vibrato that just a little under, and then he's like, he just lets the tension melt away, and it goes so well with the lyric, and that's what makes it so. Right. So visceral and real and skillful all at the same time. So
yeah, he goes for it.
That's a moment that sometimes I've heard people like, oh, we've said this before with Hua Chenyu. Sometimes he gets some heat for being pitchy or off key, and I'll defend the why all the time. And often he gets compared to somebody else that maybe is always on key, and sometimes there's a cheat reason why somebody is always on key as well. So sure. It's just happens in the industry as a whole. So just that honesty, the genuine artistry that he has, you guys talking about in the chat and everything, just love it.
Yeah, I mean the plight of being a vocalist is just it's a heavy burden, and because everything, like you said, everything is so interlinked, and you can feel that being a piano player and a drummer too, when the adrenaline's going, and it's like, when you're nervous, your muscles don't work in quite the same way. But when you're a singer, at least when you're a piano player, it's like I can be nervous and I can play an E, and an E still sounds like an E. When you're a singer,
right. The piano doesn't care.
No, the piano doesn't care. The piano's never nervous. But a singer, yeah, it's like there's so much going on, and it's just your instrument is your body. So it's like if your body's in a an altered state or something, or in a compromised state.
There you go.
A compromised state, then then the whole thing's affected. But yeah, and I just love that he goes for it too. And so, and sometimes risk. Like we've talked about, the little imperfections are totally they're intentional. I mean, it's what he's trying to do. Even like that piano intro, it's like that piano's out of tune,
by design.
But it gives a certain vibe and a feeling. So yeah, just another great one.
Amazing. All right. So our goal of this Sunrise concert series was to try to keep them to an hour, but if you're up for it, Johnny, can we have just one more slice of Marsberry pie?
Maybe just a little sliver, so we can save as much Marsberry pie for the future as well. But before we do, nothing goes better with Marsberry pie than coffee. So okay, we had Sherlyn.
Raspberry Pie. I'm sorry. I'm loving this nickname now.
Raspberry Pie.
Sorry, go on.
Okay. So Sherlyn, Singapore, bought us 5 coffees. Since I have not had the chance to be at the Mars concert, this is the next best thing. Love that I am sharing every moment of it with all of you. Thank you for being
for us
here with
too.
Sherlyn.
Thank you, Cheryl.
And then Latte Lover. Richard, the 3 little kittens advise you not to lose your mittens, or you shall no more Mars berry pie.
I knew that was coming as soon as I heard the mittens.
Yes. I was trying to think of a good song for Latte. What do you think of this? Dun 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 dun. Thanks for the Joe, our latte lover.
I didn't know where the lyric was gonna go.
We gotta think of lyrics for that part.
By the way, Latte and somebody else came up with, I think, was it Lucas? That came up with, for Rosa, should have been A Kiss from a Rosa.
Kiss from a Rosa and let's see.
It'd be Coffee from a Rosa. I don't know that works. All right.
Latte. Oh, there's more though.
Oh,
there's more. Jeannie Fong bought 3 coffees. Love this healing trilogy.
Thank you, Jeannie.
There's an Elton John song called Jeannie. I can't remember what it is though. It's like later Elton John.
There's Jeannie in a bottle. Christina Aguilera.
If you wanna be with me,
if you want to buy a coffee.
If you wanna buy coffee, baby, there's a $5 price to pay.
Fee. There's $5 fee. Make this work.
A genie in a bottle. Wanna love you right away. And Susan bought 3 copies. Thank you for Hua. Can never get enough of this amazing artist. Thank you so much, Susan. And Li
Susan.
Chow bought us 5 coffees. A little contribution to your fund to go to Mars. I'll meet both of you there in Mars. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome.
One day. Thank you, everybody, so much for the support. Here we go. Next up is Sea of Wind.
And Francesca's in the chat. Things are just great.
They are.
See,
she came for a slice of Marsberry pie.
Yeah, yep.
Here we go.
摘一片云朵，它在脚下看日落。你在云的那头掀起一阵阵幻想，对着我走，想让你为我停留。我只得伸出双手，捕捉你的身影，瞬间却弄丢你来时的线索，唤醒我。
Video froze. There we go.
Sounds familiar too, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
像小风车和放肆的梦，你小心保管我不肆意的念头，秘密从不会。
We've heard this one studio and live, I think.
我拥抱你的温柔，而你却又保留的遇见我，不屑被谁所有，你该有多自由。我慌张奔走，多想你来去无踪。 界如此宽广，我们终究要登上那座山峰。晴雨日升和月落，你经过必有回声。起风时候记得再次呼喊我，奔跑吧，跟随风，唤醒我。
Chasing the bubbles. It has just slight, I might have said this before, almost Celtic.
Yeah, a little bit. It's got a little country too.
That's cool. We do a little pause here. And this is, again, song choice after the last two songs to go into this. And then he allows just like the kid in him to come out, just kind of playing with the bubbles. Just
Yeah.
That's just a great dynamic from everything going through. Glancing at the chat, it seems like Vijandra has taken upon herself to invent a recipe for Marsberry pie, and everybody's saying they want it. So this has to happen. We want a Marsberry pie, and I'm going to take it a step further, make that recipe happen, and Aurora and I will make it. And we'll have some for one of the future Hua Chenyu reactions. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I love how...
Find out what he likes. Maybe he's got... Like I'm telling you what to do. Like I know what Hua likes, but maybe there's something other than beer and chicken wings that might go good in there as well. Anyway, back to this.
Yeah, no, musically speaking, yeah, like you're saying, it's a nice, light... thematically, it's a little lighter too. But just, it's got that, you said Celtic, to me, it's got a little bit, sort of a country thing, and sort of like a Fleetwood Mac, like just, on love and I took it down.
Yeah, a little bit of that, I can hear that.
In the sense of like the inversions that are taking place, like using that, like that's a G, well, I'm transposed, but it's a first inversion, but also that, many years from now, it's got like sort of that, doesn't sound like that song, but it's got that sort of light, and just the fact that it's finger picked and it's got that.
Why would an inversion make it reminisce of that song versus a different one?
Because that part.
Okay. So if it wasn't inversions...
So if it wasn't inversions, it'd be like... But having that...
It makes it more blocky. Yeah, I can hear that.
Yeah, no, it definitely makes it more blocky when everything's just in the root position. So I think that's what reminds me of God Bless the Broken Road. So yeah, just a really, it's a nice song, pretty song.
I like it. I'll wait till you unfreeze. Welcome back. All right, let's continue with. I love the recipe. You guys are like in recipe mode. I'm so excited to see what you guys come up with.
Yeah.
And you just see him smile, the whole presence of this song after the other two. It's just a great sequence. Is that childlike?
Yeah.
It feels like he's genuinely taking the time to appreciate and absorb the experience, which a lot of artists
I'm glad. Yeah.
don't.
A lot of artists
Or
don't. A lot
don't
of
think
people
to do
don't.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people don't in general, but especially just such an extreme circumstance like this. I mean, take it in. I mean, it doesn't
For what he put
Experience-wise.
together, yeah, it's just
Yeah.
insane.
take it all in. Yeah, I love how adventurous he is with just doing whatever kind of song he wants to do. It's like, we started out the day with flourishes of Queen. There was a Metallica part at the end of that song.
Just a hint of it, yeah.
There's Pink Floyd, there's Radiohead, and then to go from that type of thing to a song like this, which has it's got more of just like a pop, like I said, pop country vibe. I mean, you'd never hear, you could go to a Queen concert, you'll never hear something. Queen was actually pretty varied, but like Radiohead, they don't do this stuff. So it's like to have. I love that he just does it all. Whatever he likes, he will do. He doesn't feel like.
Well, let's face it. If it was like kind of a looped formula, a 3-hour gig just wouldn't work. Because you need. Certainly not for me with my
not me either
for things to change, but just as a whole, I think we need that journey. I think it's very necessary.
Yeah, I agree. So,
do we have? I think we had a couple coffees come in.
We did.
Please.
Let me shout those people out. So Lee. Oh, I already did Lee Joe. Okay. Well, we WEILI Queen bought us a coffee. Sorry, not my best. Love your reactions. Not to make you guys jealous, but I'm heading to Mars next weekend.
Well,
We
you
are
did.
jealous. But enjoy yourself.
That's amazing.
Taking things all in. Take it all in. That's
Yes.
awesome.
Barbara, one of our Throga members, just came back from Mars, and we got to see her for a little bit during our Diamond meeting on Monday. I just can't imagine that experience. One day this is gonna have to hold us over until the time comes.
Well, that's what I've been telling people. So I do the responses for the coffees. If you buy 5 coffees, you get a video response from yours truly. What's
A Johnny-o. A little
Johnny-o, if you will. But so yeah, I've been telling people that we're gonna make it happen.
Yes, it has to happen.
Yeah. Okay. Then last thing, Jan New bought us 3 coffees. Love your reaction. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you very much. That is all. Thank you very much. Next week we pick up with Extraordinary Ordinary Life, which we've heard before. Very excited to hear it in this setting, and hopefully a final recipe for Marsberry pie, which we're hoping will be shared in the chat for Aurora and I to try. So,
well, be careful what you say on this channel.
The pressure is real. Thank you.
Yeah, idea of a pie. Now it's a thing.
It only takes a suggestion. Have a great week, everyone. We love you all. Bye for now.
Thank you.
See ya.